Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming The Lord of the Rings online. So we are back to the regular servers, not doing the beta anymore. I'm back to my Runekeeper and going to do the level 45 class quest on him. And before I start echoing, I have to mute YouTube here and change all the playbacks. Because they got rid of YouTube Gaming, if anyone's unfamiliar, it just takes me a couple minutes to get that stuff set up after I stream, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll travel to, I need to go to Gondamon for my class quest. That is what I want to start off with. I don't know where that will take me, what the Runekeeper one will exactly involve, where I need to go with that, but if it's like any of the others, I assume I'll have a couple bosses around and probably something to do in Angmar, but I just plan to get back to Angmar and questing, at least for today. At least I don't plan to do too much with my class quest, but we might. So I need to go. Kind of curious. I'm just gonna go to Selendum because that's where I'm more familiar with, but it could be more efficient to go to the other place, Thorin's Gate. And hey, Mr. Fluffy57. I wonder if the YouTube Gaming, if that like the actual like phone app, if that's also they took that down, because I think it was today that they took it down. I had to actually do a few things with my channel before today to make sure it still worked with streaming. So we need to go north. I'll try Thorin's Gate. It's only 1 silver and just takes a few seconds. Alright, you have a question? Go ahead and get the Stable Master while here. I can go to Gondamon. I actually don't have that travel. I can go to Dwilland and then just stop it in the middle. That'll work. Yeah, it's kind of similar, maybe, distance. I don't know. This is a pretty long stretch from here, actually, in the Vales of Thrane. I guess this would be Vale of Thrane, rather. And then this is like Falathorn. And then you also do have Thrasy's Lodge, that area. So it seems roughly in the middle of the zone. So you can start doing skirmishes at level 20. You should get something in your mail to talk to the skirmish captain, and that'll start the skirmish tutorial. Hey, Maximilian Keel. So yeah, good to start with the traveling here, I guess. Hey, Joshua Sapphire, and thank you very much for the super chat, I believe that is, for $1. I do appreciate that. That's very exciting early in the stream. Again, I really do appreciate that. There we go. Actually, I have Streamlabs working for that to pop up on the screen as well. Alright, so I have not been paying too much attention to where I'm actually traveling. Still going towards Nogland. I just have to stop the actual travel at Gondamon. And Stephen Aubrist, this is the legendary server, or a legendary server at Xehanort. I'm still used to calling it the legendary server. I know there are two, and there were basically two from the beginning, but in the very start it seemed like there would just be one. And Maximilian, I'm doing pretty fine here. Actually started the stream late. I don't know if that was really intended by me, but ended up just starting it later. But I was just feeling a bit tired earlier, and that's kind of why I mentioned that. But yeah, doing pretty good here and excited to get back to Angmar on this character. I had like a lot of things that I wanted to do. I think I mentioned this last stream, which still felt like really short and not that great of a stream to me, but maybe it was okay. But anyway, I mentioned that I just have a lot of things I want to do, and getting my Runekeeper to level 60 is one of them. And then I also want to go back to the regular servers and do some content on my Warden to get her to level 120 to prepare for update 24. And I also want to get back to my Lore Master. And outside of streaming, I also have a few things that I've been wanting to do and have done, which you all will see in the future, hopefully within the next week or so. And then, what else? There was one more thing. Yeah, Louisden, I still have not done that, but I am planning on doing one Louisden video specifically, and I believe I'm here at Gondamon. That's actually good that I was paying attention. I was paying attention to like nothing in-game, just talking again and looking at the scenery. But my inventory, I just cleaned it. It was actually full, like completely full before I started this. So it does look a lot better, even though it is still relatively full. It's like halfway full. But it should be manageable for questing. I have all these potions. I just like never use those, I guess, on this character. I'll try to use some of these low, like the tier 1 potions. I don't know if I'll ever run out of power. So we'll just try the morale potions. I should actually do it the other way. Don't know what I'm doing here. I kind of forgot my class quest. That is what I'm doing here. Maximilian, it is 1:21 a.m. for you in Germany. Yeah, I kind of do stream late for Europe. I don't know where this guy is. I'm going to assume he's up. I'm doing a really bad job looking here. Oh, I don't think my horse wants to jump that. Okay, got that, and then I do get a class trait point for completing these 2 quests, it looks like. I thought there were a lot more like intro leading up type quests, but this is all we have right now. For some reason I thought with all the other classes there were more leading up to the one for the actual class trait point, but maybe there is more involved with this that I'm just not seeing right now. So the Misty Mountain stones will have to go to Goblin Town. That's where I was kind of thinking Misty Mountains and Goblin Town is there. And then Anrig Stone, that sounds like, I was going to say that sounds like Angmar. It's an Angmar M, but it is in Numinos. And then the other one is Glad Erig Vines. That sounds like some goblins. That sounds like whatever this place is called. For some reason I thought they were like Glad Erig. But this is not that. Near Ziggelgund, actually. That's in Foreshall? I thought it, oh, Eregion is the Glad Erig Vines, and then the Helchuan is in Foreshall. So we have to go to a lot of different places and actually not Angmar. That really surprises me. I would have thought Angmar would have been one of these. So Steven, you have you're about to hit Moria on the non-legendary servers. Yeah, Moria is exciting. That can be fun to quest, and it can be annoying, but it's also fun to quest in at times, I think. The book quests I don't like as much in it. Those kind of bothered me when I was running through them, so trying to decide if I want to try to knock out any of these. I seem to have to go to a lot of different places. I have to go to like Foreshall. Actually, I have a quest in Foreshall. I was up there recording some gameplay at one point that I haven't used for anything. I don't think I have a travel to Foreshall, that area. And then Evendom, I also have to go to a Numinos, so that's like way out of the way. But I also feel like getting this done at the same time, so we can... Where can I even travel from here? And then I have traveled to Karis Gladden, so I should be able to use this and get back somewhere. I think this might work. I don't know. I haven't actually done this, I don't think, on this character to try to go to like Bree. I know there are the stable masters here. Like there's the one right here in Karis Gladden. I assume that takes you to Bree, or can take you to Bree. So Maximilian, you have a level 45 Warden, and you do enjoy the late night entertainment. That's good. I do actually, or have been the past week or so even, streaming a little bit earlier. This would be kind of a more normal time for me to stream. Might get back to doing them this late. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard for me to be really consistent, except for, oh, I can spend 1 Mythor coin to go to Rivendell. That really feels like my best option, unfortunately. I don't know why I can't just travel level 2 low. Okay, that makes sense. But if I do Rivendell here, that'll take me near Eregion, so it would be good to go there anyway, I'm thinking. I don't know. I have 207 Mythor coins. I gotta stop trying to convince myself to not spend them. But your level Warden, or your Warden at level 45, yeah, those... I like Wardens a lot, and 45 is a pretty nice level there. Pretty strong by then, I would say. That actually reminds me, you're actually level 45, that's the same level I am. But that reminded me to check my class trait points, see if there's anything like I'm really looking forward to. As far as lightning goes, I don't think there's anything that would be like extremely impactful. It's been a while since I've actually looked in detail at all the lightning traits. And when you get what, like, what's the critical points, you might get some things. Seems like Epic Conclusion is the biggest thing. Sustenance can be nice for the heal, it looks like. This one's kind of weird. I don't know if I've ever actually looked at that. It has a 30-minute duration on every lightning skill, that thing. Static Surge is really nice. I do know that one. That will be quite a ways away for me, but that one will be nice. I think that's the only really like big exciting thing I get though later in the line. If I look at Redline, I think it is kind of similar. I get Combustion, which is kind of similar to the other thing in Lightning, and nothing else like extremely exciting, I don't think. Go ahead and put a point in that. But yeah, it's kind of just trying to remember what Warden was like, so should probably think about where I need to go. I need to go to Goblin Town, don't I? Do I want to go to Goblin Town? Can I go to that vendor hall place from here? Rimbarg or Glowin's Camp? Okay. I think I'll go to Rimbarg. I'll go ahead and spin the Mythal coin. Missing kin chat there, trying to actually say hello to people. Okay, so we got that. And I can get the something here, Misty Mountain Stones. I have that quest track, but it's actually not showing up, so that's just a little bit concerning. You know what? I know I just traveled here, but I do want to check something. There might be another way I can get these stones. I don't know how to exactly get these stones, and I need to turn my volume down because I cannot hear anything over that. I don't know how exactly to get these stones, but I just remembered there's Goblin Town Throne Room, and if I can get them in this, that would have been a lot easier. Yeah, it looks like they can drop in this. I don't know how well I can solo this, though. Probably didn't need to actually accept that quest. But yeah, this should be fine besides the boss fights. I might even try the boss fights. I don't know, why not? If I'm here and getting some stuff I need, might as well get, or at least try some bosses. I wouldn't really consider the Signature a boss, even though he is like a main mob and a little bit tougher. I think he's like for some quests you can get some stuff with him. Yeah, so you left WoW for LOTRO because Battle for Azeroth is really bad. I felt the same way about Battle for Azeroth. I didn't leave WoW for LOTRO. I already played LOTRO, so that was kind of convenient, but I stopped playing WoW basically. I spent more time, I would say I did spend more time in LOTRO because Battle for Azeroth wasn't that great, but at the same time I was also having fun in LOTRO anyway with the release of the Legendary servers, so I don't know how much Battle for Azeroth I would have been playing. Or I guess that has been out. Yeah, Battle for Azeroth has been out. Has it been less than a year? Honestly, it feels like it's been like 2 years or something. I am getting the stones. I was looking at the quest and saw that I was 0 out of 12 for this one, but that's not the quest I'm even working on. Burning something with Smoldering Wrath. I was just thinking how lightning seemed better. Maybe that was in the skirmishes. Or I was doing something where lightning seemed better. I think it was skirmishes. But right now it seems like fire is killing really fast, and I know it does kill really fast. I don't remember exactly why I thought lightning was doing better. No, this would be a very rare time I actually want Scathing Mockery. Is that what that's called? Yeah, Scathing Mockery. I can use my Frost AoEs though. Those actually, if it did crit, it would have one-shot him, and this should, yeah, take care of him. So I got everything I need in here actually. So that means I might as well just go ahead and try to kill the bosses. We have some tougher mobs over here, so I can warm up on them while clearing just the general area so I don't pull a ton of mobs. I do wish I remembered this before I actually traveled to Misty Mountains, though. Hopefully I can get back to Rivendell fairly easily, though. Okay, yeah, so this fight should be fine. I guess I'll pick off the signatures and then deal with the elite. I believe it was just an elite and not an elite master. Didn't even get to finish Smoldering Wrath on him, so they did disarm me, which is annoying on a Runekeeper. I've done a ton of damage to this guy and I haven't even like casted anything directly on him. Oh, he's doing a ton of damage to me though. I am squishy, but I at least make the enemies seem squishy. Prelude to Hope. I feel like I've underrated that skill a lot. It heals a ton of morale. Like, it might take a few seconds, but it does heal a lot. The runestone here, yeah, that's doing a lot of damage still. It's doing 551, so that just like kills these little goblins so easily. Okay, so I believe I can kill the warg and then the big goblin. Actually, I should kill these bogarts real quick. And I got stunned. I guess I'll have to cast something else on them. I was kind of hoping that stuff would just kill them and I wouldn't have to worry about casting anything. That is actually a situation I wouldn't mind being lightning, just because you can quickly deal with the remainder of their health. Whereas with fire, I'd have to kind of cast something and it'd just be a little bit annoying. But before I start this fight, make sure I have all my potions here. I'll put my level... We'll go ahead and just jump to the level 45 stuff and still have the 35 on the bar anyway. I was going to look if I had food to eat. I do have some level 25 vitality food. Or level 40 with 25 vitality. Don't have any gear to equip. Okay, I think this is a good time to just try this. See what happens. I want to save Smoldering Wrath for when the Great Goblin actually comes. Hopefully he doesn't have a knockback effect. That would be really bad right now. I have a feeling he's going to do a ton of damage to me, not just because I'm already at half morale. I wonder if I can stun him. That would be really nice. Oh, I can. That really helped because I was able to get a lot of burst damage and build attunement for Smoldering Wrath. So I'm going to have to actually steady attune very quickly there and get my morale up. Time to use some potions. These potions I've been talking about that I need to use. It's time to use them. Be nice if I had an aggro dump, because right now the runestone could tank, but don't have to worry at all about that because he's dead. Well, I feel very accomplished after that. Ike Pound JP. I have no idea if I'm saying your name right. I do think RKs are good to solo. And I don't say that just because I soloed an Elite Master boss on this guy, but because they are generally good. You will kill. You have a lot of options with your killing to be kind of more mobile with lightning or do more damage with fire. And then you have some heals, and particularly Prelude to Hope is just a nice self-heal, so you can heal yourself a bit. But they are squishy. That is a problem. You can take a lot of damage and become easily overwhelmed, especially if you're not like prepared for the fight. I don't know in this one if there's a boss down here. For some reason I'm thinking there is, and if there is, I don't think I can solo this one, but we can try. I might go lightning just to compare. Oh man, I'm already in combat. Well, let's try to kill this one. I honestly don't think I will be able to. Depends if he's stunnable. Oh, he is stunnable. Except he did a ton of damage right before I stunned him. So once I build attunement, I'm basically going steady hands. Hopefully he doesn't hit me for too much. Yeah, he's hitting me for too much. I just have a little bit of morale left on him. Hey, Creed. Okay, if I can survive this, he'll just die. And that worked. Okay. Didn't need to be as worried as I was. I don't think he actually gives anything. He should. Oh yeah, he summons this goblin. Let's go to lightning for this. I don't feel like dealing with him in fire. what do I think of the 64-bit? I really like it because I noticed a pretty big increase in my FPS, especially in newer zones. It was at least 20 FPS increase, but then I was also recording and streaming with OBS, which takes quite a bit of resources and makes me lag in anything. Okay, so now I think that is it, but I don't think I have a chest to loot. Well, that was fun. Wasn't planning on doing that, but it was fun. And we got the class quest done, at least that part of it. I don't know why these untracked. Also can cancel this Misty Mountains quest. I do not really care about it. But yeah, I'm excited for the 64-bit client. Not just because of my increased performance in new zones and things like that. I'm interested to see how it works with rating. If it'll help much with that. Because I do sometimes get a little bit low FPS when raiding with my kin. And in instances, there can be some situations of low FPS. One thing I did notice was it didn't seem to help too much with stuttering. I still had a similar amount of stuttering, I would say, and hitching. Although it might not have been as extreme. And yes, I do have Discord. Okay. So yeah, I can't go to Enercurus Gladden, of course. Where do we want to go? I kind of want to work on my class quest now, just because I've made all that progress. I know I have something in Eregion. That one's in a new Nos. Not excited to go there. I have Gladareg in Eregion. Okay, so I just need to go to Gwingris, actually. Hey, William Lorenz, and favorite line for RK. That's a tough one. Probably fire overall. I used to like lightning a little bit more. Well, actually, I used to like lightning a little bit more before Helms Deep, before they did the whole trait revamp and made the trait trees. I just tended towards using lightning skills a lot more. And from what I remember, probably had more lightning traits equipped, but that's kind of irrelevant now, so now it would be fire, but lightning's still very fun. And on top of that, I also like healing, but can't really heal all that much while doing this stuff. Why am I totally missing where I need to go? Here's Gwingris. Guess we'll spend the Mythril Coin. I spent a lot of Mythril Coins today, but again, I always try to convince myself to not spend them, even though this is what I buy them for, traveling. Because I am impatient and want to go where I'm going quickly. And it's nice to already have the Gwingris travel, because I'll have to come here anyway to do Walls of Moria, which I can actually start Walls of Moria, I guess, technically now. I was planning on finishing Angmar, maybe doing Walls of Moria in between. I want to start Walls of Moria to level 46, maybe even 47 anyway. Actually, it would be 47 is when I'd usually start it. Okay, got that done. But yeah, just nice to already have traveled here to have that unlocked at least. Once again, I do want to pay attention to the landscape here. I noticed they have these annoying bushes, but they're not as tall and as thick as the other annoying bushes in the newer zones. Like Arid Mithrin has a lot of them, and what's that? The new zone has quite a few that were annoying me. I can't, oh, Veils of Anduin. I was like, I can't think of the name of it. Something's going on with the shadows here. I don't remember it ever being this dark here. And with the trees, it's just I don't know, with the shadows, it's just pitch black in the shadows, and still pretty dark outside them, but the shadows are still pretty strong relative to the environment. But I wonder if I can just kill. Yeah, I think I just need to kill these mobs. This would actually probably be a time to switch to fire. I think been playing fire pretty much the whole time, so kind of wanted a break just to get some variety. But I will say fire would probably be better against signatures, but we can work with this for a bit. So zone-wise, usually skip through Angmar, do Evendim, and jump into Regium before Moria. Do I prefer Angmar for a specific reason? I've always liked Angmar. Usually I can't get enough levels out of Evendom to just jump straight into Regen. Would be one reason I wouldn't skip it. But Angmar, it's one I used to do a lot in this level range, and recently I've only leveled 3 characters through this just general level range, and my Runekeeper is the only one I'm actually doing it on. But I used to really like the zone. It has a lot of good early quests, but the reason I'm continuing it a bit more on the Runekeeper is just because I'm interested in seeing the rest of the zone, because I haven't done the end of the zone. I don't remember exactly how much I've gone up to, but I've done some of this part, and then I haven't done anything after that, so I kind of want to do more of it. I don't know like where the quests, what they involve in this Imlad area. Even Urgarth, I know that's specifically an instance. I don't know, like, landscape-wise, how much of this you can access or what type of quests they have there, so I'm just kind of interested in that. And as far as, like, zone I prefer, Regen is actually one of my favorite zones in the game, so I really like this zone at least and would not prefer Angmar over it, at least as far as I know. This isn't actually too bad on lightning. Still taking a few hits, and if you don't get a crit, that's just when it gets really slow. I hope when they do their Runekeeper, they touch up with the update and then they make them a little bit less crit dependent. Like, the crits are really nice. I got a couple nice crits there, and now he's dying super quick, but if I get no crits, it just takes a little bit. It's doing a lot of damage to me. And then there I got like a 2.7k crit when he was basically dead. I'm not actually tracking any of these. I wonder what my Prospector is up to. Oh, that's up to Supreme? Okay, that's kind of odd. I guess I was probably smelting stuff. What's that called? Is it actually called smelting in this game? Refining? I'm also getting pages for the other deeds, the like Golu Omaith. That's what we'll call that. Thunder and Flame and Whispers in the Dark. So it's just nice to get progress on those, and I can get trait points from those. And see, like a crit like that with Epic Conclusion is just really satisfying. Oh, I can actually use Vivid Imagery. It's been a long time since I've cast that skill. I don't know why, I was just thinking it's been a really long time since I've actually used that. That's why it's kind of exciting. I think my high level Runekeeper, it's been a while since Lightning has seemed all that useful. I wonder if the level 120 RKs, how they are with Lightning. If you actually build your LI that way, because his LI is built towards fire, so lightning is not going to be as strong because of that, but I don't know how much of an effect that really has as far as that specific spec with the legacies they have available. Okay, so we got everything here, although I am having fun killing these mobs. Kind of doesn't make me want to go back to Angmar being in a Regen again, being one of my favorite zones. I could definitely already quest here again, even though I just did it recently on my Lore Master. I'm like already ready to quest here again, but we need to leave anyway for the class quest, is I guess the way I figure it. So we have to go to a Numenos and Foreshul and kill 2 specific named mobs in these 2 very out of the way zones, and probably out of the way areas and that out of the way zones. One was near Ziggelgun, so I have to get to Ziggelgun. And then I have to go down to a Numenos. So this will be fun, but I think it's good to go ahead and get it out of the way. I don't know where I want to travel for this. I wonder if I went to my actual player housing and went out this way. That might even be quicker, but yeah, let's try that. I'm curious how fast that will be, maybe. Oh, my inventory is getting messy as well. This is why I really want Bree reputation items, so I can get the travel to Bree skill. That would be a really nice thing to have. Although I honestly think that shouldn't even exist, to be honest. It's still, just because they have it would be nice to have. This looks very blue, in a way. I guess Regian was very yellow looking, so it just feels like my whole screen is blue tinted after that. That's kind of odd. But yeah, I'm curious how quickly I can travel to like the Stable Master here in Michael Delving doing this. And it doesn't seem too bad because my house is pretty close to the exit of the neighborhood, and then it's just like going around this area. I have kind of the quest tracker right in the way. Oh yeah, I got some gear from that. The necklace actually isn't bad, but I'm not level 50, so I can't equip it. And then what else did I get? I got earrings, but too low level for that and probably won't use those anyway. I like mine with finesse better. That was like a really random fence right here, like stone fence wall. I guess a wall would be a better term for that. It's just like in the middle of the road. That seems very strange. Okay, they have some other ones here, so I assume there is a purpose to those. And these little... Oh, this might be where you can get... I don't know, do something. I was thinking that's where you could get your pony or something, but that's actually in Bree. I don't think they have another one of those here in the Shire. Oh, Creed, I don't have a Discord server. I think when I said I have a Discord, I just meant that I have Discord. But yeah, I don't have a Discord server. Whenever I use Discord, all of my friends like have servers, so I'm just fine using theirs. And my kin has their own Discord, so I just use that as well. So I haven't really found a need for a Discord server, but a few people have come to me about that, or just asked me about that in general. I just realized my field density, while I like it low, was a little bit too low. Where was I that I had to turn it down? I was somewhere where it was really... Oh, Lothorian. As much as I love that zone, it had some really annoying frills that they've added. Okay, it's a race for the festival. I thought it seemed kind of like that horse thing you have to do. It's been so long since I've done that horse tutorial to get your first mount. But yeah, that makes sense why there are random obstacles there. It actually took me a while to get here. I think I just went like a really slow way with the mountains there blocking my way and having to go around that. Hey Judah, I do remember you, and you're wondering what my favorite class at the moment is? Well, I made a class tier list video, and in that, Runekeeper was in the top 2, but this one is not my favorite. It is still Warden. Where am I going, Westbury? Actually, I can go to Tenuter from here. That works. So all the time playing in like Shadows of Angmar and up till about a month ago, we've grouped with Annie a lot in all the Ken events. But I always thought her name didn't have that second E at the end. It's just kind of odd that I finally found that out a couple weeks ago. Anyways, that was just kind of random, but I saw she logged on. We need to go to Numenos. Can I take a swift travel there? I actually can. I hate spending mytho coins on this because it's so short, but again, that's why I have them. You love Warden, Runekeeper, and also Bjorning. Yeah, Bjorning's no longer no longer would be like in my top few. It's a little bit behind Guardian now. Actually, maybe Guardian and Loremaster. It's behind. I actually played my Bjorning recently and remember why I don't like Redline. The rework and playing my Bjorning with that. I just think the Redline's really bad now. It can be fun to play, but it really bothers me the way they have it now. I would go so far to say I prefer the old way with red line specifically, but for the other specs, the update's really nice, and blue line I like. Blue line's not really strong enough to run as a DPS spec though. It's not quite like Warden tanking. So you started a Lore Master character the other day. You haven't played in ages. Huge disappointment with the damage output and survivability. Yeah, that's going to be a problem at the low levels. It does get better at the high levels, especially level 20 when you get your Bog Guardian for the damage. This is going to be a bit tricky. I might run into too many Angmar here and just die, so hopefully we don't have that problem happen. But yeah, he died in Arch Hit. It made you so mad. Yeah, I had some similar issues on my Lore Master. The damage is going to be really low. Your damage will be really low for a while until I'd say the 30s. You probably get a lot stronger and your pets will basically carry you through the whole game to that point. And at the same time, you're also squishy. And your pets would hopefully be able to do enough tanking. You're just following your pets around is what it seems at low levels. I think they could rebalance that and slightly strengthen low level Lore Master while maybe even slightly decreasing pet strength at low level. And then actually increasing it at high level. It seems like pets get a lot weaker at higher level. They just don't scale as well. Whereas the Lore Master scales kind of insane. Yeah, the Lynx at level 15, that could be interesting. That one's a pretty fun pet and can one-shot mobs to start. So we're looking for Helchuan? No, we're looking for the Archivist and Rig. Oh, there he is. That's very convenient because I thought I'd have to look around for him for a while. He's like a random level 49 and all this level 40 stuff. Oh, he just deflected Epic Conclusion, really? That is one of the rudest things we have seen today, I think. Like, I don't think mobs should... Okay, I pulled way too many mobs with this. I was having a little too much fun zapping things, but I do not think mobs should be able to deflect Epic Conclusion. That's like... I think that's... There, I just died. I just pulled too many mobs. I was just like hitting things with fire and walking around. But to get back to the whole Epic Conclusion, that's even worse than a mob deflecting like Heartseeker or something, I think. There we go. Okay, now we're back on track. I think I need to go to fire and just burn him because of that. Okay, that works. That probably showed how fire can actually kill quicker. Oh yeah, water lore. That's another one. I don't even have that on my Lore Master at this point. That is like a core Warden, not Warden skill, Lore Master skill. I think that is a very important like core to the class Lore Master skill, and you don't even get it to like level 60 something or 70 something or something crazy high level. So does this game on legendary servers have any pay-to-win mechanics? You haven't played it for like 5 years. Unfortunately, I can't read your name. But I don't think the legendary servers has pay-to-win mechanics. The regular servers, I would honestly have to say they kind of do. But the legendary servers, I think just the way endgame is and with loot boxes, loot box gear is really bad on the legendary servers. Actually, it's like not good. You can get a lot better gear, even just crafting. But the point is, I don't think it's pay to win on the legendary servers compared to the regular servers. And you can buy stuff like virtues and boost your allies, but it's a lot less prevalent on the legendary servers because they don't have like the LI imbuement system, which you're probably not even familiar with if you haven't played for 5 years. And the virtue grind is going to be a lot less. What am I doing? I'm going to Forestial, I think. That should be where I'm going. I'm going to go back to Numinos and swift travel back to Neuter. Hopefully not die along the way. Well, we've spent 40 minutes so far just working on the class quest. I know I went a little bit slow and got sidetracked with a couple things here. But yeah, it's taking quite a while. Which I guess should be expected if you're just like going about all these different places doing it. It'd take longer if I wasn't spending mytho coins even. Let's see, where are we going? One thing with Lore Master is I think their healing pet could be quite a bit better and maybe sync more with the yellow line, have more synergy there. Would I really have to spend a mytho coin on this? Don't have the requirements. Reputation? Yeah. I hate doing that. I've spent so many mytho coins today and I really hate it. I don't have anything else to spend them on though. Well, I do. I have like more of the trait panels. I would love to get more trait slots, but it's really hard to justify 100 mytho coins for that. But yeah, that got me thinking with Lore Master. I think Water Lore, a lower level skill for that would be good. And just having the Lore Master in general stronger and maybe the pets a little bit weaker at low level could be better. Doesn't need too much of a change, not like something very drastic where the pets feel useless, kind of like the captain pets, but just a little bit of balancing there. We want to go to... Yeah, I don't think I can really spend mytho coins wherever I'm going now. It wouldn't be worth it. I definitely don't think it's worth it to Osforod. And then from Osforod, I can go to Kappakoda and then Zigglegun. I think it'll be like a... I think Kappakoda can go straight to Zigglegun, is the way that works. It might not even be that, it might be Pinty Peldot that I'll have to go to. We'll see when we get to Osforod what's connected to that. Yeah, Lore Master could be. You say should be a support class, but yeah, they could have some more support with them. Kind of like the captain, how every spec for the captain has some sort of support going on with it. Even though it does have a damage, tanking, and healing spec all at the same time. I feel like Lore Master, they could work in a little bit more support into each line. They could do it with the blue line with the pets. The red line, maybe some sort of damaging support with damaging debuffs maybe. In the yellow line, I don't know if they would just like continue the extreme support basically. Or maybe even rework it, they could do that. But yeah, it's kind of like the burglar. I think the blue line has a little bit of support going with it, but the red line can maybe use a little bit more support, because I'd consider the burglar, the way it is, a support class that can do DPS, not like it can't. Yeah, Captain is like a fake healer, that is a good way to put it. I really like healing on them though. But their healing, the healing itself isn't that strong. So I can take a regular travel to Pinty Peldot, or I can spend one mytho coin and so travel. This one I do think is worth it. That is a long travel. I don't know if I want to sit here just traveling to Pinty Peldot. If I could take an AFK, I would. One thing with Captain healing, while it's nice and while you can do damage while doing it, your damage isn't that great. And the healing itself, again, isn't great, even though I have a lot of fun playing it. I like a lot of the ideas of it, and it can be really good for 3-mans, and even some 6-mans you can heal with it. So it's got those things going with it, but compared to other healers and other classes that can maybe do the same thing, like Yellow Line Bjorning, it just kind of fall short, I guess, in performance. Let's see if this guy, what he has to Zigglegun. Yeah, not going to do that one. Yeah, I was just thinking what the Bjorning is a better version of Captain, especially with the yellow tree. That's just what I was going on about, how the yellow Bjorning is actually a viable healer, while the blue line Captain wouldn't really be considered a viable healer. They could use, I don't know if they could use a healing buff. That would probably be the simplest way to make that line work, as a healing buff. And then they could also increase the damage output on top of that. But I feel like Captain in general, their damage output could be increased. We got a long travel, but at least it's in Forestial. Unfortunately, it is daytime, even though daytime Forestial is still pretty. Nighttime Forestial is a little bit better, I would say. It's kind of like Angmar. Angmar is better at night, just because it's a little bit creepier and darker, which really fits Angmar's theme. Yeah, I don't really play PvMP, so I'm less familiar with how anything performs in the moors, really, but Runekeeper Blue Line healing in general is good, and good to hear that it's also good, I guess, in the moors. Passing up all these mobs, all this loot. I can actually loot this Sanction Iron. Might as well loot it then. A lot of the stuff in my inventory I was thinking I could sell, but actually a lot of it's like reputation and crafting stuff as well. Well, that's a start. I think I could sell just about everything else in here. I don't know spider silk. I think you can use that in some crafting recipes. I don't know if it's really worth saving, but I'll save it. Unless I run out of inventory space, that would be when we run into a problem. Wonder what level of crafting gear I can make next. I don't know what's really useful. Ooh, level 45 armor. I feel like this one could be good with the stat update. It actually is. Yeah, it's going to be better than what I have. I should make this guy some level 45 armor. All of it might be useful. I don't know. Looks like everything I'm looking at, if I just want tactical mastery, will be pretty good. That one's actually not the dwarf make, the western is? No, this one doesn't actually have one with mastery, so the 45 hat isn't that great. We're still working our way here though. Tish Lake. Is there anything I recommend getting for a new account from the Lotto store? I assume you mean LOTRO store. That is a common typo, or not typo, autocorrect. It does that all the time to me on my phone. Even though I actually like have LOTRO as a word, it still wants to autocorrect it. But anyway, moving on from that, you have up to Riders of Rohan for your expansions ROR. And you bought some starter pack thing that had the writing skills, so you probably bought like the Samwise, I'm not familiar with it, but Samwise Gamgee starter pack, or maybe like Eriador bundle. I'm not too familiar with all the different starter packs they have or have had in the past. They've had a lot in the past, I think, that offer various things. But anyway, some things I would recommend is, if you really want to spend LOTRO points and play a lot of alts, I would recommend Journeyman Writing account-wide. So that's like, I think it's like 3,000 LOTRO points though, so it's a pretty steep cost. But that is something I would recommend if you do play LOTRO a lot, and again play a lot of alts, because you'll get the writing skill on all of them, and you'll get 78% mount speed on every mount. Even like 38% ones will be boosted up to 78. And then outside of that, which that is an expensive one, I would recommend getting the premium wallet, I think it's called. That one, you put like, you can put all your things in this. I don't know what to call these. You can just put a lot of different things like tokens and things like that in your wallet instead of have them in your inventory. I think a lot of barterable items is what they would be considered. They go in your wallet instead of your inventory. And that also maybe removes the gold cap, but I don't know, whatever starter pack you bought might have already removed the gold cap. Do I need to defeat Helchuan? Oh, that's very convenient. This is kind of like a Numenos just randomly happen upon the mob that I need to kill. Oh no, he deflected Smoldering Wrath, but not as big as Epic Conclusion, because I can still cast Smoldering Wrath once again. Well, we got all that done. This will be a very nice Mithril coin, actually. And I think I'm finally done spending Mithril coins. Okay, this is just a continue quest. That's the way this will work. So these things I don't actually need to go out and farm, but I do need to go to a skirmish camp to get them, which is kind of annoying where he is because there's no skirmish camp right by this. And a lot of the other class quests you can get to a skirmish camp very easily. I think Thorin's Gate has one. I almost want to go to Bree. Yeah, Thorin's Gate will be easiest, so we'll have a little bit of traveling here. But trying to think of some other things I would recommend getting from the LOTRO store. I can't really think of anything specifically. Mythal coins are nice to have. You've probably seen me spend a couple of those to quickly travel places, and that's what I use them for. I bought like a 250 pack, I think, when they were on sale, and I've used 50 of them, it looks like. I think it was 250, it might have been 200, and I might have gotten something else, but yeah, that one I really do recommend. Mythal coins if you just want something else to spend on because they can be convenient to travel. Some very far places, and take some swift travels, also very far places where you'd either have to just manually walk there, which can be annoying, but also take a slow travel, which normally I don't mind taking a slow travel, but while streaming in, not wanting to take like a 10-minute ride and that. Just wouldn't really want to do that, but yeah, trying to think of anything else, and that maybe bag space, opening up my inventory. Actually, yeah, bag space could be pretty nice as well. I think it's just, I don't know if they still call it like the 6th bag, but yeah, you can buy inventory space and drag them all into one bag and have a lot of inventory space with that. And then other things I use is wardrobe space. I wouldn't really recommend that for a new account, but maybe if you play LOTRO a lot later on, wardrobe space can be nice, and shared storage space, spending some LOTRO points on that wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, that's probably a lot of things, so hopefully that helped a little bit. A lot of this stuff is just like nice to have, kind of like the inventory space. Even journeyman writing in a way is just one that's nice to have, but very convenient for somebody who makes tons of alts and wants to have faster writing. Oh yeah, so Joshua mentioned expansions, and I didn't even think about actual content you could buy. So if you're not a subscriber, then you could buy some quest packs. Yeah, if you subscribe for a month, you get a lot of stuff unlocked on any alt you log into while subscribed. Which I agree with Ike Pound there. That VIP for a month would be the best option. And then you can actually continue to subscribe if you really like it and like all the benefits from it, but you can also drop the subscription and just carry on with some permanent benefits. Like, one of the big things you get for subscribing would be these set bonuses in your trait trees. For any character you log in, you get that. You also get like gold cap removed and stuff like that, I think. I actually had a video on that whole topic a while ago. I don't know exactly what happened to it or why I didn't upload it, but I didn't upload it. I still actually have it on my computer, but it's like, it's over 2 years old now, the recordings for it. I think they're almost 3 years old, actually. But they're right there in my recordings folder and have been for a long time. So yeah, that just randomly reminded me of that. I might like remake that video, basically. Provisions, we're looking for classic, I think. No, we're actually looking for curiosities, something like that. We'll try curiosities. Yeah. No? Yeah. Alright, so I need corrosive droplets. I need, what do I need? 10 of those? Oh, I need 20 of those. They make this stuff very hard to get. You just have to get some marks and talk to this guy at the skirmish camp. Okay, corroded knickerbreaker horns. Wow. This is like the craziest hooked war claws. Okay. Rotted Bargus paws. I know on some other characters I've had trouble, like it's just taken me a while to find those things or taken a while to actually search for the mobs, but on my Runekeepers everything's been pretty smooth here, so that's been nice. Looks like I already had some of the Hooked War Claws. Fortunately had 5 because you have to buy those in sets of 5 anyway. Having some stuttering here. I don't know. I assume you all can see it, but it's kind of annoying. Fortunately, stuttering like that normally only happens when I'm traveling on my mount, or especially my war steed. I almost feel like Gondamon could have a swift travel the way it is, but it's no big deal that it doesn't. It's just for a particular situation like this, it would be nice. But hopefully a worthy garment and hewing a new stone are done, but for some reason I feel like I might have to go back and get some of the major class items, as they're called. But maybe not. I just feel like there is one more step in this, which would be kind of annoying, again, just because the skirmish camp is so far away. But back in the day, you didn't even have a skirmish camp to go to. You had to actually farm the different mobs to get this stuff. So definitely still have it easy at this point. Got a lot of LIs sent from some people to me, so kind of this character is already set on those a bit. Be nice to have a level 51 one. Mainly the runestones are what matter. That's actually all I have, runestones. I do have a second age level 58. I wonder how that compares to a third age level 59. Don't care about weapon DPS, but that roughly translates to tactical damage rating, but you just have to identify it before you can actually see that. That's all I'll care about, is the tactical damage rating. So Tish, like, LOTRO actually does have player layering. It's usually only when it's very busy. I haven't actually seen it in a while. But yeah, they have like dynamic layering where, well, it basically works like you just can't see other players in the same zone because there's so many. But yeah, it's been a long while since I've actually seen that. Usually new update launches and new zones might have that, or sometimes the city South Bree, that particular area can get pretty busy. And then I've also had like intro zones for some characters get pretty busy where it's been with the layering. I assume that's what you mean by it. Yeah, my inventory, I guess I can go ahead and set it. It's already a mess. Got it fairly clean. I don't know this guide to the Moor Cowbell. I assume that's not too rare of a drop if I have 2 of those. I think I got one from an instance or something. I don't even really remember. And then another one, somebody just sent one to me, I think. That was kind of odd. You never understood what people are doing at South Bree? Well, on Arkenstone, you have the shirtless dwarves that play music on top of the fence. I don't know if they still do that. It's been a while since I've been there. I assume other people do similar things on other servers. You also kind of have conveniently travel locations to everywhere around that you need. You have a skirmish camp there. Just a lot of convenient things there. But yeah, it's the party place. What are legendary servers? I get that question so many times. I feel like I finally made up a decent answer for it. So they're basically progression servers that take you back to old. Yeah, I do need to get the major class items now, but they take you back to old. They take the game as it is, first of all, so it's the same update it's on and everything like that. Everything new in it has all the new classes and exactly the way the game is, but sets a level cap. Right now the level cap is level 60, so nobody can progress back past that, and it also restricts areas beyond that, so it kind of matches with previous content updates or expansion packs. And right now it's on Moria. It started off on Angmar, so it's like level 50 and you can only do Angmar content, and kind of the point of it is so you can run that sort of in-game content with people without having to worry about leveling past it or you're past it being in the game, and you can just run in-game, basically relive the old level caps. And it's very nice for me for something like Moria, which they're on now, which is the level 60 cap, because I can run all the Moria instances that I never did. And those ones in particular are nice because some of the instances in this game scale, like Vornost here, all these different Wraith of Water, Earth, Fire, Shadow, those things can scale. You can set the level all the way up to 120 on the regular servers, but yeah, those ones I've ran a lot because you can scale, but the Moria ones, which I can't actually see here because I'm not high enough level, those don't scale, so it was really hard to get like an on-level group on regular servers, so things like that's really nice. And then even the instances that scale, it's just generally nice to be able to run in-game with those more on-level. Like, that'll be true in Mirkwood, a lot of those instances and raids scale to higher levels, so you can run them at like level 120. But you don't really get the benefit of all the stuff with in-game then, and just a lot of nice things with running it with that. And then I think it's about every 4 months that they'll progress to a new level cap to match a content update or expansion pack. For a while it'll be expansion packs, but after Helms Deep they started doing some content updates without expansion packs and raised level caps at some points and added new zones and different things, so it'll be interesting to see what they do then. Those, honestly though, the content in those updates from Riders of Rohan moving forward, I was just generally less interested in. I might spend a mythical coin to go back to Gondamon after I go to Thorin's Gate and get these major class items now. But yeah, legendary servers, I think they're pretty fun. You do have to subscribe for them to be able to play on them. But yeah, I also really enjoy them because my kinship is here, and a lot of people I used to play with on Arkenstone back in the day have joined this kinship, and a lot of new people as well, but I think a lot of the people that played with the people I played with have also joined this, so it's pretty nice. So you need some sleep, Ikepound. Still not sure I'm saying that name right, but thank you for joining the stream. Hope your sleeping goes well, and good night to you. And I need to go to the skirmish camp one more time and get 4 more major class items. Then we probably won't do much in Angmar, to be honest. We'll see when we get there, but it's feeling like a very un-Angmar stream for an Angmar stream. But yeah, I do want to get settled back with the questing, so we might do a quest set and see from there. Oh, actually, I did say it right. That's surprising, to be honest. Who do I need to talk to? Curiosities again. Right here. I basically never visit the skirmish camp, so I don't know who is where here. Okay, so we need Sigil of War. We'll get that. We need Badge of Command. We'll get that. Teeth. No, we need Runed Wing and Ashen Gorgrothhorn. There's Ashen Gorgrothhorn. And then Rune of Wing Dominance, is that it? Yeah. Actually spent a lot of marks. That took almost 1,000 marks. Oh no, that one was expensive. The other ones were cheaper. But still took a lot of marks. Fortunately, I had enough. Okay, I think at this point I do want to spend 1 mythical coin to go back there. I think that's up to like 8 mythical coins we spent this stream, 8 or 9. Which is a lot for like about an hour. These runestones are actually not as good as the one I have, I would say. I don't know, the critical rating on the one I have is just really nice, and nothing on these seems to come close to rivaling that stat-wise. Like, I don't care about maximum power, don't care about fate. The maximum morale is only 113, so that's not a big deal. I don't know if any of these look particularly neat. For some reason, the Warm Touchstone I'd expect that to be red and like warm looking, but it's actually the cold one that looks that way. So I'll get the warm one because I have a few other that look red. Not that you really notice a little stone much. That is a really nice wrist item. The pocket item's a lot worse, so that's a really nice bracelet. That has a lot of tactical mastery, a lot of finesse, a lot of critical rating, and on top of that does have some will. That'll be a huge improvement from my band of Boothsinkas rather. I'm actually curious how much of a difference that makes in like the damage of Essence of Flame is a good one, 912 to 1212, all the way up to 966 to 1283 from that single bracelet. And on top of that, I get some decent finesse and critical rating to go on top of that. So that's really nice. I did not expect something that nice, but to make up for basically nothing from the runestone, I will take it. Okay, so I would say I kind of want to turn this in to get my class trait point at Elrond. I have 2.5 minutes to travel to Karis Gladden, or I can spend one more mithril coin. I don't want to spend one more mithril coin. You know, I might have to anyway to travel to Rivendell. I don't remember. But yeah, my level was too low, so I'd have to do that anyway. Do I have to go to Rivendell for anything else later? Because I honestly don't care about that class trait point too much at this point. All this stuff, I assume... I'm interested in pages 5 through 8. The last 4 can be Foreshell, Moria, and Misty Mountains. Okay, this one is the last 4 Foreshell, Moria, and Misty Mountains. This one's same thing basically. Oh, this one I also need one in the first 4, but I can get that in Angmar. This one is kind of similar. I can run Goblin Town Throne Room a few times and probably get the last 4 on a lot of these. Joshua, that's kind of odd that the Vim armor has stats between heavy and light backwards, so heavy has will and fate and light has might and vitality. That's pretty strange, and yeah, crafted armor I think is going to be better than that. I think the Vim armor is still outdated. I don't think they've updated it for the new stats and itemization that they have gone around with a lot of the other pieces of gear. Forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, we can just go ahead and go straight to Angmar here, I think. But yeah, that's kind of odd that they would have those specifically backwards. I don't know. I already got all the Fem gear, probably just deleted it from my inventory. I don't think I saved it. But yeah, hopefully they go back and update that. I need to put do not fall on anybody I see to get progress on that class deed. But yeah, we're here in Angmar again. And I have a quest to pick up here, it looks like. I don't even know what quests I have, what they do, or what. Oh, I have this quest filtered, don't I? That's why it's actually not popping up. I don't remember what the quest is. Talk to... Oh, Foreshell. And I could have accepted that and turned that in at Foreshell when I went there, assuming it went by one of the towns I went to. But yeah, I don't know the quests I have. I need to talk to Brannon, northeast of Falacrow, Lutheran, collect some stuff, plant false orders, and steal some food stores. Oh, and I have a book quest, so we'll... Stealing stores, okay, I know where stealing stores is, so let's go ahead and track the book quest. The book quest, okay, book quest is actually in Malinhead, so I don't care about that. Yeah, I remember back when I was kind of first going through Angmar and just that general level range, it was a very nice set of gear. I always worked to get that on my characters around level 40 because I remember it being very nice. And yeah, it's not really that way anymore. It was really sad to see because I went through here, I don't know, at some point relatively recently, probably a year or two back, I was like, the Fem gear, I thought it used to be better, but now it seems really weak, and yeah, compared to other stuff, it's just not as good. For some reason, I also used to remember all this being blocked off. I don't know if they actually changed it or my memory's just bad, but I used to think this like whole area where my mount is basically was blocked off. And you had to actually go around the path and go that way, but now you can just like freely go here. Just don't remember that. Okay, so I'm looking to do this green quest, which is a poultice for our herds, not for our hunts. Need to collect a bunch of different things. It looks like mainly things that grow out of the ground, I would guess. So no killing mobs for this quest, but we'll probably end up killing mobs. Wait, did I not pick up that rich door firing deposit? I totally meant to. I don't know if a mob hit me and interrupted, or if you cannot do that while moving. That was something I did. Probably should switch back to lightning for this, actually. Like, fire isn't going to be slow, of course, but I feel like lightning a little bit better with regular mobs like this on landscape the way it's been hitting. Okay, so we do need to look for some stuff when I head a little bit more north, but it looks like I just have to go to a lot of specific different areas for this quest. There's Groomgore. Unfortunately, I didn't need him for one of my class quests. That would have been pretty nice. Trying to pick up all these resources. I don't think the mobs really want to let me. Oh yeah, I wanted to track wood. That's what I was doing. Okay, should be able to pick something up in this area. Don't know what it will be, but according to the map, I should be finding some sort of quest item. There's something spiky mugwort. Okay, I see some more over here. I always thought it was kind of odd that Rid of Lightning did such a debuff. Like, the decreased lightning mitigation makes sense, but the increased skill induction and increased attack duration, I don't know how much sense that makes for just like Rid of Lightning to do something like that. It's just like a random debuff that seems really out of place and odd, to be honest. As much as I like Lightning Runekeeper, and that's a nice debuff. I don't see any more of these spiky mugworts, even though on the map it looks like I'm still in the area. We'll head east and just see what is over here. I think the other two were kind of near the bush and water, that's why I'm looking in that area, but not seeing any. I don't know if I specifically need to search this area a lot more. Not seeing anything. Well, hopefully we don't have to come back, but if we need to, we can. Here's Velocro. I think I have to go back here. This is kind of where I left off doing. Maybe I picked up some Velocro quests but never did them. Okay, so this has Silver Bell. I don't know when you sent that message first. Since the armor isn't viable now, you're farming crafting resources in the giant halls of Misty Mountains, but either way, I just saw it. I'm not sure the crafting resources specifically that you're farming, like what specific gear sets or pieces you're working towards. I don't remember doing any of that. I think like as far as what I do, the standard sets are fine, but yeah, I'm just not too familiar with what you'd be farming there, but might just be some specific crafting sets like I know you can get in Foreshell that you could be working towards maybe. I really feel like I do need to go back there for the spiky mugwort, but there was nothing else in that area. Something hit him with fire. I don't know if it was something I did, but I saw a little fire effect on him. I have a lot of legendary fragments, I think. Oh, my other characters. I would totally sell those for 1 gold each, I think. Here it is. The last silver bell? Yeah, the last silver bell already. Oh, I only need 1 more spiky mugwort. Ooh, that's really scary looking at the map. I do think I need to head back south and get 1 more down here. I guess all these other ones were silver bell. I'm pretty sure all the ones up here are red lovage. I'm kind of remembering that a little bit. Oh, you're just getting ancient iron ore and black ash wood. I thought you meant you might have been killing that giant specifically for some resources. You could actually take 3 of those trolls on a level 42 Bjorning. That's pretty nice, I think. But yeah, that place is loaded with the crafting resources. I remember going there with my lore master and it was pretty insane, and he was just getting the black ash wood, I think, at that point. Or no, he was an explorer, so he can get everything, I think. Right? Yeah, he's not a woodworker, that's my warden. But yeah, that stuff will definitely help you. It'll be much better gear. And on top of that, you have the hides there if you're a Bjorning. If you wanted to craft specifically like a tailor set, you just have like... It's pretty simple, just the exceptional hides. Okay, so here is 1 more. I guess I just missed that one earlier. I don't think these are the respawning type of items. There are actually 2 here. You know, I kind of remember them being in this area. Too many hill beasts right there. I need to kill them. Plus I just get an excuse to use vivid imagery. And epic conclusion. And that didn't even kill him. Okay, so now we can move up northeast, and who do I need to talk to? Brandon? I need to talk to him up here, like way up there, and you know, get some 4 flowers, the red lovage, and then the white quest is false order, so I need to do that to the west, and then stealing stores is going to be to the northeast, so kind of all over the place up there, but all in that general fast hash Dalroid area, I guess. Oh yeah, heavy armor on Bjorning. I don't know. I'm still back in the days of Bjornings wearing medium armor. My Bjorning is only level 20 now, because I really haven't. I just don't really like Redline with the update. I haven't played her as much, and that's basically the heavy armor update. I haven't played Bjorning too much since that as well, so I'm just still not used to it. What mount is this? I do not know. Steed of the Eldar. I don't know exactly how I got this one, but I have it. I don't know if that helps you too much, but I don't remember if it was like from some pre-order or just for playing so long, if it was one of the anniversary ones, but I don't think it was, and it's one I get on all my characters, so it's might have come with another expansion or update. I'm not too sure. I'm excited to craft this character some level 45 gear, but he might be 48 by the time I do that and can just make the 48 set. Either way, I do want to make a set and update his gear. I actually have a lot of the pieces for the 48 set. That's surprising. Those ones are usually a bit tougher to get. The stats on that, okay, that one does have tactical mastery. Oh no, I just randomly got distracted by this, I know, but yeah, it looks like it could make some decent pieces out of that set as well. It was a VIP promotional item. Okay, yeah, I don't remember when that was from, but I guess that's good to know. I'll try to remember that if anybody asks in the future. Okay, we are looking for red lovage, and this is actually one I kind of remember. I remember, yeah, these little pink flowers that they call red poking out of the ground. I wonder if that's what these are, just not quite full-sized yet. No, they look a bit different. I assume they're different. I don't know, maybe they might grow bigger to look like this. What would I say is the best class to start with? That's a tough one. As much as I love Warden and would love recommending Warden, even though that can be a tough one to get into, that is not a good class to start with. So we can roll that one out. It depends really what type of class you want. As much as I hate champions, that can be a good one if you just want like a basic melee class. Although over that, I would recommend, or I should say I personally enjoy Guardian more. Even if you don't want to tank, I like DPSing on a Guardian a little bit more. And then Hunter can be good for just like a classic range class. Lore Master is another option, but they'll be a bit slow and tough to get into, and then higher level the Lore Master will get a lot better. You like long range classes? Okay, so yeah, that limits it to Minstrel, Hunter, Lore Master, and Runekeeper. Runekeeper can be a bit tricky. I think it's really fun, but it's just got a lot of different things going on with it, and being a tactical class. That's the one I'm on right now, and it can just be a little bit to get into, I think, but it's not too bad. And they can also heal if you're interested in that and want to be like a tactical type class that uses magic and spells. Or if you want to be like a non-magical class, basically you're limited to Hunter and Minstrel. And Minstrel, if you want to scream at things and play instruments, their gameplay can be fun. It's just not really a class I would tend to play too much. But they can be a good one for starters because they have self-heals and some nice things going on with them. But they do have a little bit complex mechanics sometimes. They have quite a bit going on with, like, they have ballads, and then they have anthems, and then they have something else to consume your anthem buffs, or ballad buffs rather. And on top of that, they have a lot of shouts and screams that are just basically a side thing that do a ton of damage. They have codas, that's what I was thinking, the name of the thing that removes your ballad buffs. And your anthems affect your codas, so they have a lot of like dynamics with the gameplay there that might just be a bit much to get into for a starter class, but I don't know. Like, I don't really think it would be that big of an issue. I just know some people prefer more basic classes to start. And my inventory is full, so we have stuff going in my pending loot. That's always fun. I think I forgot to sell before I actually set out to quest, and I guess I'm just ready to quest. This place used to be so hard. I had so much trouble going through here on my original Runekeeper. I remember dying a lot right in this area with like these two mobs going over there talking to this guy, and yeah, just a lot of trouble here back in the day. Now it's like no problem at all for me to pull two mobs. I could probably even pull like 5 or more mobs and have 0 issues. Doesn't hurt that I'm slightly over leveled. I think when I used to do this I was probably even slightly under level. At this point, like 43, 44, or 42. 44 wouldn't be under leveled, but 43, 42 would be a bit. Oh yeah, Yellow Line Warden is range. That one I kind of rolled out because it's not a class I would really recommend starting with. And that's the only spec they have that's range, but Yellow Line Warden's really fun. If you're interested in the Warden though, yeah, you do have the Yellow Line Warden, which His range is slightly weak at this point, but fun and can be pretty strong in landscape while leveling. Just not the best overall DPS with it. Do I need to talk to more people, I assume? It's kind of how I remember this quest going. There she is. And then youth again next. And here's a part where I can just run into those 3 mobs without even really caring how I pull them in. I'm handling them completely fine, and now they're all dead. And on top of that, I could have used like a heal like Prelude to Hope, still had potions. And that would have been... I don't know if it would have been guaranteed death back in the day, but it would have been very close, if not. At least for me. I don't know, maybe I was just a noob back in the day at that point as well. Having a little trouble finding my way, but here we go. Okay, this time I might have actually pulled a couple too many mobs, except I only have 3 chasing me. There's the 4th one. Thought I had a 4th. But yeah, just running in circles, electrocuting things. That's if you want to play Runekeeper, you have like the fire and lightning. I played both of those at this point. Oh, I have to kill this guy. I was not ready for that one. I was just like, continue quest, and now we have to kill him. Oh, we didn't even get to kill him. We just had to defeat him. Okay, so now I need to go even deeper in and talk to Una, the Light of Hope. I want to call that one Gulio Maith, but it's like Golu O Maith. The thing I found a missing page for. Just whenever I see it, I think Gulio Maith for some reason. I don't know if that's something. I don't know what it is or why I'm thinking that. Ooh, my morale's getting a bit low. But fortunately, I have Prelude to Hope, which can heal me a surprising amount. Wooden chest for my already overflowing inventory. Oh, that can't go into my overflow? Well, we'll destroy these medium pants for that. There's really no point in doing that. They're both like basically worth the same to a vendor. Don't know why I was trying to go this way. Gotta get there somehow. Oh, here's a little opening. This is a surprisingly open area here, just like in these little... What are these guys, like Duverdane? Yeah, Duverdane. This little Duverdane area here in Angmar. Just surprisingly open, I guess, in the housing type area is what this would be. Okay, so we can get a Blade of Boothluik, which no point in that basically. Or we can get a Great Axe of the Boothluik. That's actually not too bad looking, the Great Axe. We'll go with the Great Axe just because that one's cooler in general. Oh, I don't have enough room, so I do have to destroy something. And that should open room. Getting a lot of quests here. It looks like some fellowship quests. Those would be fun to try, I think. Except my inventory is full. I can send some stuff to my warden and make her my bank alt. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. My Runekeeper's been my bank alt long enough. It'll be my warden now. Now that she's at the level cap, those will be her duties. It's very fortunate you can do this as a VIP now. This is totally something I should not be able to do, to be honest. But because I can do it, might as well do it. I don't know, I have trouble in games if I was like trying to play a certain way, but if I was able to play another way, like a more convenient way, that I would. Like how people sometimes play without equipping gear or something like that. I would have a lot of trouble doing that because if I can equip gear, I feel like I should equip gear. That's the X you have on your Bjorning right now? Yeah, I don't remember the stats on it. Yeah, the stats don't seem too bad. You get might, vitality, and critical rating. I don't know the DPS relative to other weapons. That would be kind of the biggest concern, but it seems like a nice axe and it's nice looking at least. I personally, for my Bjornings, would rather dual wield though. That can be a bit tough to keep up, I know. It's actually a BOE. Probably have a lot of stuff sent to this character from my warden. Don't really want to send her the tailoring stuff because this character is a tailor, but might end up doing that anyway, like the magnificent hides. I have those on her, I know. Probably getting some Lebethron wood. But yeah, I'm cleaning up my inventory pretty nicely here. I have a random Tome of Agility 4 I didn't even know I have. Wonder how much that sells for. I could definitely use the gold at this point. It's really nice that I can just stop here though and send the mail to my warden. I know it takes a little bit of time for me to drag all these things, but what does the shield look like? Oh yeah, that. What else do I want to send? Tome of Extraordinary XP. Although I'd probably want those. I want this stuff on this character, so if I can keep it on him, I would like to keep it on him. Probably shouldn't be sending the stuff I'm getting right now. We can send the Tome of Defense. That type of stuff. What else? We have some more crafting items, scholar items. Okay, that'll do. That's a pretty clean inventory from where it was, so that should be good to do the quest here. Looks like this guy sent me a nice piece of gear. I didn't actually see that, just randomly opening my mail in the middle of this. Yeah, that looks like that'll be pretty nice actually, just 2 levels away. Too many requests, okay. Oh yeah, I have all these items. This is Melrethel, that's from my warden, all these items attached. But anyway, playing without equipping gear, like you mean they only use weapons and not armor? Yeah, some people do that. They just like try to make the game more challenging, I guess, but I have trouble doing that. Okay, that was a fun little break, if you can call it that. But for now, we need to kill some things. I have these 2 quests. These 2 group quests. Oh, I don't have them tracked. That would explain it. Okay, I have 3 group quests actually, and they're all in this area. I assume, yeah, here are some elites. We can try this with lightning and then probably have to switch to fire at some point with this, but I'm having fun here on lightning, so might as well continue for what I can continue. Actually, 10k morale is really high for lightning. Even if I get like a few good crits, that's gonna take a ton of critting, which can't really rely on. I'm actually getting a decent amount of crits in this particular fight. But yeah, either a ton of critting or just a really long fight if I get no crits especially. Use Prelude to Hope, get the heal from that. Oh, I thought this was another elite attacking me, but that'll work. Where did all the elites go? I like attacked 1 elite and then I expected a lot more, but there are no more here. The minions quest is, okay, that's defeating the elites it looks like. Which I know there are a few back there, but there should be a good number of them here. I think, yeah, here are some more. Actually, almost pulled 2 here. That was a kind of tricky pull. There I got a good crit with Epic Conclusion, but he still has a lot more morale. Even like a signature that'd just be like, he's basically dead after that. Okay, let's get the runestone and get some AoE on these guys, and oh, apparently they disarm me, so no AoE going on. Actually, if I don't have to use Vivid Imagery, I would like to not, just so I can save it until I really need it, and then I just accidentally use it there. It does have a short cooldown, it's only a minute, so it's not like the biggest deal. Okay, let's eat some food. I do have 2 different food items I can eat. We'll do the tier 1 regenerative food. That gives me like 500 morale in a minute out of combat. I just restore it faster naturally out of that. Lightning can be good for solo. It doesn't do as much damage as fire, but because you can kite, it can be pretty good. You also get like the stuns. You can get those off easier than when you're playing fire. And Sustaining Bolt doesn't quite have a heal yet, but you get a heal for that at higher level. So it's not like too bad to do that, but also won't have much room to kite in the near future here, which is basically right at this point. Fortunately, that's not another elite. But it's kind of fun to do this a little bit more challenging in lightning before I have to switch off to fire. Don't know why I cast Sustaining Bolt on him, to be honest. Fortunately, this crossbow man is missing. Crossbow woman, rather. Wait, crossbow man. I think the crossbow woman, the reason I thought it said that is the OWMAN. I was like, crossbow woman doesn't sound right anyway. But then I thought it said that. Oh, there's the Fushoth the Beast. And then I also need to defeat Wirathok. That's what we'll call her. She's just up there on that platform, so I would like to pull these 2 regular mobs. I'll actually do Essence of Winter. Essence of Winter is a nice little AoE. It's gotten weaker the higher level I've gotten. I have a feeling he's going to do a ton of damage to me. He just looks like the type of guy that will just squish me into the ground, basically. Oh, he's going to stun me. Not doing all that much damage to me, considering. Now I can stun him. He has some sort of debuff on me. Oh, that'll be a root. Yeah, we need to remove that one. Can go ahead and put another hot myself. Oh, you can actually... I forgot you could use Prelude to Hope while moving. That actually helps even more with Lightning Runekeeper soloing. But yeah, we're handling this fine in Lightning, and if I can do that, kind of like to, I can head out with Fire just to get a decent comparison. Actually, I want to kill 1 mob at once. I'm used to in Fire tab targeting on situations like that and hitting multiple mobs, even on Lightning, with like Epic Conclusion, just because you can one-shot. Okay, good time for Vivid Imagery. It's just a nice daze wipe on them. Can go ahead and focus the regular mob now and kill him. This dude's still dazed from that and basically starting a regular fight as normal. Now he's stunned. Fortunately, he was immune to that stun. Oh, the guy I need to kill here is just a signature, but he does have... Okay, let's switch to fire. I just feel more comfortable with fire at this point. Got 2 regular mobs and an elite. I can just focus on the elite and the regular mobs will just die. Because that's the way Fire Runekeeper works. Except this dude's range and these guys aren't taking all that much damage from the runestone. But killed one of them. The other one, yeah, still surviving a little bit here. This perhaps shows the weakness a little bit of fire just because I have to stay still here. Okay, this fight should be really easy. It's just a signature. I almost expected like an elite master. These are fellowship quests, so I expected more difficulty than just elites and regular mobs. I expected like, you know, a couple elites per kill, and I know the whole back in the day thing, this would have been more difficult. But yeah, we'll kill 2 elites here and kind of consider it in comparison to lightning. Well, and there's going to be a mob spawning right here. It's a regular mob. Killing the single mob I think is a lot faster with fire. It does take a little bit of time to ramp up the damage with Smoldering Wrath. Okay, so we need 4 more warriors and 2 more crossbowmen still. I'm actually doing more quests here in Angmar than I initially thought I would be, but having a lot of fun once I got here. Nice change of pace from the class quests I was working on. And just kind of got lost. I just like started these quests and got a little bit lost and sidetracked in a way here, even though these are the quests I'm supposed to be doing. So just 2 more of the crossbowmen. That's kind of nice. And 3 more warriors. I think I'll get a couple more warrior kills right here though. I'm going and save for Smoldering Wrath and just cast that and let him die. It's basically the way these fights seem to work, build up to Smoldering Wrath and then they just die when I cast it. I don't remember if there were elites out there, but I might as well check because I am actually in like the second room area, and I remember maybe there being like 1 elite guard out here. Yeah, there's a crossbowman. Okay, so there's a crossbowman, so don't need to worry about that one. I just need to kill 1 more warrior, really. Oh, this guy, he's going to be a really annoying 136 health to get down. Here is a warrior, so we'll try to kill him before anybody else respawns or anything like that. Oh, he actually didn't die from that. It's very weird. Hopefully Rid of Fire can kill him. Okay, we'll do 1 more cast of that. This is going to be a bit tricky, but I do want to try it. Oh, those mobs are going to be ranged the scout here, and I have the... Okay, this is actually really bad. I have the crossbowman attacking me right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a potion here, and it wouldn't have been as bad if I didn't pull the elite. I could have just done like a normal fight, and now they're going to stun me. Okay, that was a very nice AoE to get off. I think I can stun him, actually. And then build up some attunement really quickly here. I actually have enough morale I can just do this fight. I thought I'd have to do an attunement up with steady hands and bubble, but we somehow managed to get through that fight. That one was actually pretty exciting. Already ready for turn-ins. I don't know where this will head afterwards. Yeah, some not so great stuff for the rewards here. I think the shield sounds best. It's an interesting looking shield. Actually an interesting looking spear and shield. They match pretty nicely, actually. I don't know. We'll go with the shield. And I got level 46, so that's nice. Don't know what I got for that. I guess 200 destiny points. I don't think I can equip anything new. So it wasn't the most exciting level up, but it is always exciting in general to level up. Yeah, I don't see anything in my inventory that I can equip now, so we're good with that. Another spear, and that one's a club, not a spear. Some bad crust rewards again for Runekeeper at least. And then 1 more chance at some quest rewards that I would like, and they are being very anti-Runekeeper at the moment, it appears. Well, we got all that stuff done and ready to turn in. It was a pretty fun set, I would say, overall. I think I have 1 more quest to do. Oh, I actually have these turn-ins here in the Dawnvale area, I guess. We'll try to head that way, maybe? I think I can get there quickest, going this route. But yeah, in general, I'm not too worried about leveling fast, even though I would like to get level 60 just because I'm doing Angmar. I'm not that worried about it because I want to do quite a bit of Angmar. So yeah, it'll be interesting, I think, when I get to, like, when this character gets closer to level 50, just what I will decide on. Oh, I'm about to die. What I will decide on what I want to do exactly. As far as either continuing Angmar, jumping to Moria, how the XP is at that point. We'll just have to see, because I can do these quests pretty high level and still get pretty decent XP as long as they're not below 5 levels below me. It will be perfectly fine with that. So have finally a quest to turn in. I have one at Cranog and then one at Failacrow. Although I might have had a couple there already in those two general areas. We have, yeah, that one more quest to plant some false orders, so I do plan to go ahead and do that. Might as well. Forgot I had this overflow. I know a lot of people have also been working on their alts. I don't know what level they are. The Runekeeper here is an alt and level 60. I know these two are level 60. Oh, it looks like Vinvindor just got level 60. It's kind of been unrelated that they've been working on ults. I think a lot of them got level 60 and we're just looking for things to do. And for me, I just hit level 60 pretty late, so I still have to work on my Warden a bit. And we'll be running endgame content on her, which I haven't done. You know, that just got me thinking. Today is Thursday. We used to run stuff every Thursday. I think they moved it to Friday now and Sunday. But yeah, tomorrow evening would not be the best for me. I would actually be back to like a more somehow normal, like 5 p.m. stream time. Tomorrow would be more ideal for me, at least I think, initially. Those streams have been surprisingly successful. I was kind of thinking when I did the first couple at that time that it would be a very inactive time as far as streams go, and this seemed like a more ideal time, but it's kind of the opposite. This time in the evening actually seems a little bit less ideal for watching streams, which to me, as far as like if I were watching streams, I would probably do it more around this time than at like 5 p.m. 3 hours earlier in the day, or 4 hours earlier in the day even. And I kind of wonder if that's because I have a lot of viewers, it seems like, from EU or Europe. I need to plant false orders. Oh, I planted one false orders. I didn't even know I did that. Is that in these strong boxes? Because I think I did some sort of box in. Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting to me in general. The viewership seems higher for the earlier streams, what I would consider dinner time, basically, right after work hours in the US and my time zone. Where I think people would be generally busy and just like generally too busy to watch a stream, but it doesn't seem to be that way. And then it also does seem like if I stream like really late, like towards even an hour later than this, that it also goes up. And I think one more thing is kind of the longer the stream goes on, it seems like viewership drops off as well. I don't even know why I brought this whole thing up. I do not remember how that conversation with myself basically started that you all got to listen to. But yeah, there you go. That's what's going on streaming and the timing I'm streaming. Oh yeah, because I said tomorrow. It was the whole Ken event thing, and I was like, tomorrow I'll probably go back to earlier. That's where that came from. And that's kind of one reason, not just because it's a convenient time for me, but because seems like a pretty good time for viewers, is why I'd like to do that time as well. But kin events are always in the evening, and it's just like tomorrow in particular, and a few days it's just been a lot more convenient for me to do earlier, and have been doing other stuff in the evenings usually. Yeah, I'm done, I guess. That was a nice set of quests. We got a lot done, it seemed like. Got to level 46 with that, and my class quest and everything else I did. Pretty nice red sunset here. I think on this character I need some more screenshots. I did actually have a few. His mount, like, I like this mount. I have no idea why I'm using this mount, though, to be honest. I don't know if it matched my previous cosmetics. I don't even know if I had previous cosmetics, but this is just such a random mount, and almost in a way matches Angmar, but it's a little bit too bright and white. I need, like, another mount. This one, again, isn't too bad, but just doesn't match his cosmetic, and doesn't do too much to match Angmar in general, I don't think. Oh man, I guess we're going to have to fight some more Duvardain and orcs here. And Angmarim. We're getting a big variety of mobs here. Duvardain, Angmarim, and orcs. Now we just need a warg and a crawler to pull up. And one of those hill beasts. We'll have fought basically every enemy in this part of Angmar. Oh yeah, and I have to mention it. One thing you might notice about the Angmar landscape here is no huge annoying bushes. As much as the Angmar landscape isn't something to really, I guess, have a goal to look like, as far as like pleasant or pretty looking scenery, it doesn't have huge annoying bushes in the way everywhere. So it's got that going for it, at least for me. It's got like these little things, but I wouldn't really consider those like big bushes. Those are perfectly fine in my opinion. I've had some people say it's just like a me thing that they don't mind the bushes. Some people have said they really like the bushes. And I've also had some people agree that bushes, they also have bothered them. I think it's more that I don't know if people have said that they should be removed, or just like in the comments on videos that a lot of people have said they're ugly as well, which is kind of, I guess I would agree with that. We've got some more fellowship quests. This one is for Gile Andrus. It's a pocket item. It is a pocket item, but it's interesting. Would be some nice defensive stats, I guess, for this character, but I'm interested in my leveling pocket item right now. This guy has got, yeah, the stuff. I don't know how much of these group quests I have done, because at this point, when I was originally doing this zone, this is probably about where I ended up before I moved to Malinhat. I know I went to Malinhat on a couple characters a lot earlier in my Angmar journey, I guess. That's what you could call that. But yeah, I'm just not too familiar with how many of these book quests I've done. So that, or not book quests, group quests I've done. So that'll be interesting to see how I hold up with that, and how I hold up soloing that, if I'll need to find some more people. And you know what I find really odd is I still haven't gotten the quest to kill that Bloodwing, I think his name is. And that I think is really weird. I feel like I should have gotten that by now. So I don't know where that comes from, but I really need that quest because I want to try to solo him. And for some reason I'm getting some faint memories that I might have already soloed it actually, so you all might just be able to completely ignore this part because I might have actually done that. I'm like just remembering it as I'm talking about it. But I think I'll go ahead and wrap this up here because I do have my milestone skill, but it's off cooldown right now, so, or on cooldown would be a better way to put that. But that would take me just back to Augur, and that's where I want to go, so we'll wait on that and maybe next stream use that, unless I happen to go to Bree or something in between. But Yeah, that'd be a little bit inconvenient for me to go to, so don't expect that. Again, making my warden my bank alt, so we'll send a lot of stuff to her, and then I'll be weird. And then the next stream, trying to think what I have to do next. I feel like just playing this Runekeeper now, but I do want to go back to Arkenstone. I've kind of the past couple days wanted to go back to Arkenstone, do a stream on there, catch up with my characters on there, but I'm less interested in that, and I think more interested in just preparing for update 24, maybe getting, well, specifically getting my warden to 120 and just prepping her, and just prepping my characters in general to get there in that level range and just do some general stuff on Arkenstone to clean up a little bit for the update and even further get prepared for Minas Morgul after that. But we'll run some update 24 stuff on my warden when that is released. Don't know if that will be released next week. I would kind of actually expect next week for it to be released. I don't know. I don't have a release date or any inside info. That's just what I'm guessing is when we'll get to that. That's why I want to do the prep streams kind of starting this weekend maybe and towards early next week. But yeah, that's what's going on. I do have some exciting videos coming up. Did some editing of those this morning, but yeah, I still have to do some work, and again, I want to get back to Louis Den. I have to record a video of that, but anyway, that's just some stuff coming up. For this stream, I had a lot of fun doing the class quests, and then moving on to Angmar. Angmar's been really fun to quest in today, so that's why I'm excited to get back here on this character as well. So lots of things to do, and yeah, a lot of things I do want to do, but hope you all did enjoy this stream, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more. And thanks for watching and joining, everyone. Oh, and thanks again to Joshua Saffert for the $1 super chat. Again, appreciate that as well.